afternoon, everybody. A few of our subscribers has asked us to do a moussaka, and we always said if we can do something, we will. So this is our take on the moussaka. So I'm going to go through the ingredients first. Paul has got some potatoes, we've sliced them, and he's got them in the pan at the moment, boiling for 6 minutes. But the other ingredients we've got 2 aubergines, we've got a can of chopped tomatoes. In here we've got 2 large garlic cloves, which we've already chopped down and grinded up. We like the rapeseed oil. We're going to be using the tomato puree, soft brown sugar, 200 mils of red wine, ground cinnamon, oregano. We've got 1 onion, which we've chopped that up finely, or Paul has. We've got some lamb mince, salt and pepper for flavouring, and then for the bechamel sauce we've got Parmesan cheese, which we've already grated, plain flour, unsalted butter. We've got 1 egg and a yolk in there, which we're going to whisk that up, and then we've got 450 mils of milk, whole fat milk. So that's a sauce. So let's get this prepared and let's get this sorted. So I'm just cutting the aubergines into about approximately 5 mil rounds, and then we're going to get them fried in the pan, and you're going to brown them up until the brown is soft. So I've just put a little bit of the rapeseed oil in there, and I'm just heating that up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add these in. Probably have to do them in batches because there's quite a few. And you're just going to cook these in batches until when you've browned them off on both sides. Leave that one for now. They need to be just soft and browned. So I'll get them browned. And then as we've done them all, just going to take them off and put them on the plate, on the kitchen paper, and put them to one side. Coming in the pan, like I say, you can see the one in the middle starting to soften a little bit. If they do become a little bit dry, just add a little bit more oil. I've got the spray light as well, so just spray them with that. I've just sprayed them over, and like I say, just cook them in batches until they're all done. We're just on the last batch of the aubergines now. They're just browning, and like I say, I've just been, every time I've put a bit more in, I've had to put a bit of oil. And that's what they should look like. So I've just got them on a bit kitchen paper, because you form layers to make the actual moussaka. And just behind, if Paul just wants to video, we've got the sliced potatoes. They've been boiled and drained, just waiting to be. Okay, so that's our aubergines all cooked. So I've done them in batches so I can get them cooked. So now I'm going to add the mince into the frying pan and add some more oil. Okay, so I've just put a little bit more oil in there, and I'm just adding the mince. I haven't put loads of oil in because the mince, obviously lamb mince is quite fattening, but if you like it really fatty, then you can add more. Now this needs to be cooked for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's golden brown. Keep frying. Okay, so that's the mince all golden brown. Like so, it's been on about 8 minutes. So I'm just taking that out the pan now, setting that aside while I do the other ingredients. Okay, so I've just added the onions. There was plenty fat already in my pan, so I haven't added any more oil. And I've just added them with just a pinch of salt. And I'm just going to fry these onions now. Just keep stirring them until they're soft and translucent, and then we'll add the garlic and some of the other ingredients at that point. So just the onions, as you can see there, that they're nicely translucent. So now to the onions I'm going to add our garlic. So add that in. We've already chopped that. And then to that, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, we're not a lover of cinnamon, so that's why I'm only putting a teaspoon. If you like it, you can put 2 for an extra flavouring, but we don't. We're not really lovers of it, so put a teaspoon of cinnamon, and also 2 teaspoons of oregano. That's just going on the top, right? That's probably about 2 teaspoons. And I'm just going to mix that together for about a minute, just so it all comes together and softens. So I've just mixed all that together for about a minute. So now, once that's done, I'm just going to add the mince back into the pan. And I'm going to mix that in. And I'm also going to add the red wine. 200 mils of red wine. You can use any red wine, cheap red wine. We love 19 Crimes, as you can see. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Well. Just going to add that to the pan. Just going to bring that to a bubble. So, just brought that to a boil. Just going to turn that down a little bit now. And I'm just going to boil that slightly until it reduces the wine by half. And that's the mince. As you can see, the red wine is reduced right down now. So to that, I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. Get that stirred in. I'm going to add in 3 dessert spoons of tomato puree, or approximately 3 anyway. And then a dessert spoon of soft brown sugar. Doesn't come out very well, so this is sugar. And then finally another 200 mils of water. And then I'm just going to add the seasoning, so some pepper, and some salt. And I'm just going to mix that all together, and then we're just going to simmer that away for about 20 minutes.
So that's going to reduce the sauce down on there.
Yeah, I suppose it'll thicken up, won't it, as it reduces down. So while that's simmering and cooking away, you keep the lid off. So you keep the lid off for 20 minutes and simmer that away. And then while that's doing, we'll get the bechamel sauce on. So while that's cooking away, we're good doing the bechamel sauce. So all I've done is melted the butter. As I said, it's 40 grams of butter. Into that, I'm going to add the flour. Again, it's 40 grams of flour, and I'm just doing it a little bit at a time so it doesn't sort of lumpy and curdling, because you want it to be nice and soft. Just keep mixing that as you go. My pan's wobbling all over. So I'll just get all that brought together. I've just mixed all the flour in there, and I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir. It's been on there for nearly a minute, so I'm just going to take that off the heat. So I've just changed to a whisk, so I'm just whisking this in the milk just a little bit of a time. Like, see, the reason you do that is so it doesn't form any lumps. But this is off the heat. So you can see it's nice and creamy. Keep whisking that until all the milk is added.
So So basically, in that form now, it's just like a
Just
simple
like a-
white sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, like a watery
Just a
batter,
white-
really, isn't
white
it? Just,
sauce.
but yeah. So I've I've whisked all the milk in there now. That's all mixed together. So I've got it back on the heat. So I'm just going to bring this to a simmer and simmer that for about 3 minutes. So I've just taken that off the heat. It's been simmering for about 30 minutes. And I'm just a little bit salt and a little bit pepper. And then I'm just going to whisk in, this is the grated Parmesan. And again, this is 40 grams of grated Parmesan. So I'm just going to whisk that in the heat of the milk and the flour. I'll just soften all that. So just whisk that in, try not to lose any. I'm just going to whisk that together to get the Parmesan grated. And finally, I'm going to add the egg. Like I see, this is 1 whole egg and a yolk. And I'm just going to whisk into the sauce. And this doesn't go back on the heat because this will be then ready to make the actual moussaka itself. So now this is just bringing it all together. Now, just before I start bringing it all together, we've got the oven on. It's on 150 for a fan oven. It's 200 for Celsius, or if you've got a conventional oven, that's 400. And the gas mark, I'll check that out, and I will come to you at the end as I'm putting it in the oven because I can't remember what the gas mark is, but I will come to you with that one. So now all we're going to do is start laying it up. We're just using a Pyrex bowl, which is big enough for us. So I'm just going to spoon in just 1/3 of the lamb mixture, just roughly about 1/3, and then on the top we're going to add half of the aubergines, like so, and then the sliced potatoes which has been part cooked. Going to add a layer of that. Just put them in there. I might have too many potatoes, which is fine if we just, I think Paul just cut quite a few, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I'll use them tomorrow if there's too many.
Okay, so there's your potatoes. And then to that you're just going to add the rest of the mince. Pan's hot.
Smell the lamb mince, can you?
Absolutely. I've never had moussaka before. It's a recipe that I've never actually made before, but I'm actually impressed.
Really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it now. So thank you for the few subscribers that it's led to make it, because it gives us an idea as well for something different. So that's the rest of the moussaka. Okay, there's just the last of the aubergines. And then on top again.
Right, so another light layer of potatoes on there as well. was.
And then on the top, to finish it off, you've got your bechamel sauce. So I'm just going to spoon over the top.
And that's really come together since you put that cheese in the what's it, Parmesan?
I mean, it's quite a thick, cheesy sauce. You can see the flour. Just spreading that about, just making sure you've covered all the potatoes. Just letting it soak in. That's it, ready to go in the oven. I did say about the gas mark, I couldn't remember what it was, I've just checked. It is gas mark 4. So we're going to get that in the oven. I put it on a baking tray because it is quite full. So I am expecting, to be fair, some of the cheese bubbling over, but that's fine. And that's going into the oven for about 50 minutes until it's golden brown. Let's just check that. It has actually been in for about 50 minutes now. So I'm just going to take that out the oven. Keep checking it just to make sure. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
and then I'm just going to let
that's
that
golden
rest
brown, isn't it?
just a little bit. About 10 minutes before I serve, but that looks delicious.
Look at the sauce in that down there.
Delicious.
So you just letting that rest now, yeah?
Just going to let it rest and cool down just a little bit.
10 minutes and then get it served out.
And we'll get that served.
And I just see, I think Gail said 150 earlier on the oven.
Yeah, it should be 180.
180,
fan.
not 150. But
So if I
I'll
did
write
make a
it
mistake,
on the
yeah.
screen as well where it was.
But the other temperatures was right.
But that looks lovely. Can't wait.
Looking forward to it because we've never tried it ourselves.
Definitely.
It's new for us. I'm just going to try serving this
look at that.
now. Oh, look at that. See that lovely
Smell the lamb mince. As soon as you've cut into it there.
It does, smells lovely.
Have a look into there, look. On there. Oh, look at that, man. Get in there.
Delicious. Got the aubergines.
Got the aubergines there. Lovely potatoes. You can smell the lamb. That lamb mince.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our delicious lamb moussaka.
Yeah, moussaka.
Moussaka. Greek food, I would take on it anyway. Steaming up there. We've served it with a little bit of garlic bread. You've got your lovely aubergines, your potatoes, that lovely sauce, and you can smell the mince. The lamb mince coming through there. That looks delicious. I cannot wait to have it. Please check all our videos out. Like, subscribe. Check out Buy Us a Coffee out if you want to help support the channel as well. We do appreciate every single one of you, and thanks very much. Let us know if there's any recipes you want us to try, and if we can, we'll give them a go.
And can I just say the ones that the subscribers that have asked us to do it, let us know that you've made it.
Yep.
Let us know how it goes. Put
Brilliant.
a picture on.
Aye, that would be brilliant. So we could see what they're like as well. Aye, if you can do that, it would be absolutely brilliant. Stick a picture on or a comment underneath. Tell us how it was when you made it, and that would be brilliant. Just so we know how you're getting on with the cooking.
Yeah.
Right, cheers now.
I'm going to tuck into this. I'm looking
Definitely.
forward to it.
Thanks very much now.
Okay.
Catch us all soon. Bye now. Bye.